Hey, how's it going? I'm Nick Gaska and welcome to I Could Do That DIY. Today we're making a clock out of wood. This clock was a bit of a journey to get to the end product. There was lots of ups and downs both with the clock and with my emotions. There were 3 attempts made before I got to the end product. So I'll show you all that happened and yeah, let's go. Clock attempt number 1. Mark clock face. Let's cut some wood. Wear the proper safety equipment. Sorry, I forgot to show this, but drill holes into the clock face. Don't drill all the way through in the outer positions, but drill all the way through in the center. Mark out space for clock mechanism. Clamp to secure. Router edge. Be very careful and make sure everything on your router is tight. So it turns out the router bit wasn't tightened enough. Clock attempt number 2. Okay, so I guess let's repeat everything. Mark clock face. And I'm just using a clear pattern making ruler to do this. They're super handy and I recommend getting one. Okay, cut out the clock face. Plug in your tools. Mark your drilling positions, one at the center and then 1/3 of an inch from each edge. Tape off your drill bit to desired depth. Drill holes in the clock face. Don't drill all the way through in the outer positions, but drill all the way through in the center. Mark out space for clock mechanism. Clamp to secure. Router edge. Change router to plunge base and router out the back. Looks pretty good. Ignore that. Perfect, ignore that. Looks great. Make sure not to go all the way through when you're routering, but allow enough space for the mechanism. Adjust the depth if needed. Sand everywhere. Looks alright. Okay. Let's keep going. Prep your space for finishing. Finish your clock. I wanted to keep the natural look of the pine, so I'm just using a clear matte polyurethane. Okay. And I kinda hate it. Clock attempt number 3. Okay guys, we can do this. Let's mark the clock face. This time I'm not going to do the holes near the outer edge. I didn't really like how they turned out, and I'm also going to change the router edge as well. Cut out the clock face. Drill through board at center. Mark out space for mechanism, then clamp to secure and router out the back for the mechanism. Clamp to secure. Last time I used a roundover bit, I'm going to use a chamfer bit this time. Router edge. And I'm not doing this completely flush with the face, I'm doing it a little lower so I can create a lip to make it a little bit more dynamic. Sand everywhere. Prep your space for finishing. Finish your clock. Apply a total of 3 coats of polyurethane. Sand after the first and second coat, but allow the polyurethane at least 2 hours to dry before sanding. Sand everywhere. I'm using my orbital sander, but I'm also going in by hand for all the nooks and crannies. Wipe away any dust before applying the second coat. Apply the second coat. Sand everywhere again. And again, just wipe away any dust, then apply the final coat. Allow the polyurethane to completely dry before installing the hanging mechanism. I'm just using a sawtooth picture hanger. Just mark the position, making sure everything is centered, and screw in to install. Okay, let's install the clock mechanism. Grab the clock mechanism, the battery, and the clock hands. Alright, let's use the washer and bolt, or just the bolt on the clock face to attach the mechanism. I end up just using the bolt. Attach the clock hands. Start with the hour hand, then the minute hand, and finally the second hand. Be careful not to bend any of the hands when doing this, they're very fragile. And finally, put in the battery. The clock is complete. Hang clock on wall. Enjoy clock. Thanks so much for watching me attempt to make a clock and then eventually making a clock. I love how it turned out and I really like the clean and minimal design of it. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all of our latest projects. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!